It is episode 32, pretty sure. Still haven't got all the way back on the wagon. Disappointed in myself. I don't know why I'm having such trouble. Maybe part of the reason I was able to do it so good before was the pressure of, or not pressure, but like accountability that I was actually doing this podcast to start. I don't know. And I'm still doing it though, so. I haven't been eating totally like I've been having good meals and bad meals. Saturday, I had cookies at my grandma's and I had pop. Sunday, I ate good all day, except then I had chips and chili cheese dip, which I actually forgot I ate, and then I got like a massive runny nose and sneezing later on the night, and I was like, what the hell? And then I forgot I ate that, and I was like, oh yeah. And then today I just said fuck it all and had McDonald's for breakfast and Panda Express for lunch. So I don't know. And I had burgers. I had them for lunch and breakfast, and I didn't eat either one. So I got plenty of pre-cooked food still. I don't know. I don't know if it's just I got a lot on my mind. I got a lot going on. It's cold out, so I crave food like that. I crave like comfort food when it's cold. Just now it's getting cold. But no real excuses. I don't know what's going on. I mean, I'm pretty confident once I get off of it for a few days, I won't crave the stuff anymore, but I just haven't been able to do it. I've been craving like sugar and stuff every day, and then today I was just craving like Popeyes or Chinese food. That's one of my favorite things when it's cold out. So I'm gonna try to eat the burgers tonight. And and I had a bundt cake. This one's for my wife, so a mini buntini, I guess they're called. It was delicious. Been reading about, or not reading, been listening to podcasts today. It was Michaela Peterson on the Peak Human one, and another guy, I can't remember his name, on the Shawn Baker. Why do I always forget the other guy's name? Anyways, the Shawn Baker Podcast, but he has somebody he's doing it with, and I always forget his name. He's the ultra endurance guy. And he was talking about cancer, and they're working on ways of fighting it through metabolic therapy, which basically means like ketogenic diets and things like that, because his theory, and I guess this guy won the Nobel Prize in like 1920 or 1940 that proved that cancer was like a metabolic disease. It's like the mitochondria get screwed up, and if you can cut off the fuel to them, you can kill the cancer cells. So his thing is like, if they get glucose out of there, glucose and glutamine, and you can just not eat sugar to kill the glucose, so you start doing ketones. The glutamine, they have some drug that kills it, stops it, and then they got to like pulse to it. Like you do some, it kills some cells, and then you got to go back because it cuts it off for all cells, and all cells need it. And you kind of pulse that till you can get the tumors down and then cut them out. And they've done it in animals, and they can't really do. They won't get. They're not getting. Basically, it was like everything else. It's like he knows all this stuff, and he thinks it's the science has proven that that's what it is. Like almost 100 years ago. And but that's not the protocol for what they do today. It's just radiation, chemo, and surgery. And it doesn't work good. Most people die. It's crazy. But he said there's no funding for this because who's going to do it? Like, like the big Novartis and all that make billions off cancer medicine. And the protocol is you do the radiation, blah, blah, blah. So I don't know. It's like, God, the more you listen to it, the more everything is like, I don't trust medicine. It's like, even like my mom was on me about getting the flu shot, which I don't think there's things. I'm not like an anti-vaxxer, but I also don't trust anything they say anymore, because they like this whole nutrition thing. your average doctor will just adamantly say you're like an idiot if you think your stuff's food-based, and it's obvious that all this stuff is food-based. You know, chronic diseases and modern diseases, so it's... I don't know what to believe anymore. I don't trust anything. I don't want my daughter to die of the flu, but I don't, you know, so she's going to get her shot, but like I don't get them. Never have. I don't know. What else did I want to talk about? I baked burgers last night. Well, I did them on the stove top, and a cast iron stove, and then, you know, browned them, and then put them all on a cookie sheet with like a rack on it, so the grease dripped down. And they're actually pretty good. They didn't, you know, so they don't shrink up as much as like as on the fire, and they were done. The only thing I gotta say is, I don't know, maybe I gotta try cooking on a lower heat, but like, my house still smells with smoke, just browning them. Like, I wish, off subject, but why do they make houses with no vent hoods for your stove? I mean, we have that stupid one with just a filter in it that doesn't do a goddamn thing. You know, so you gotta worry about the fire alarm going off every time you cook. Anyways, that's annoying. Especially for grilling steaks and burgers on a stovetop. You can't really, because it's like your house is going to burn down. So I don't know. What else? I don't know. I just need to get my shit together and get this going again. I felt better before when I was doing it, and I know it's going to make me feel better. I just need to quit screwing around. Especially for everybody, just to like prove to everybody so I can get other people doing it. My daughter's having some behavioral issues at daycare, and like, I wonder how much of that, like, I want to look up about how, like, eating bad food affects, I know it does, but like, what kind of behaviors that it does to children and stuff, you know? How it affects their behavior and sleep and all that kind of stuff, energy levels. I don't know. And then, you know, just the health of her. What the fuck are you doing, idiot? Sorry, someone just like pulled a UE right in front of me as I'm going 40 miles an hour. And that's it for now. Hopefully I got more inspiring things tomorrow.